Hey y'all, this is Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. Today my daughter is whipping up for you a quadruple batch of our favorite bread recipe that we got from Becky at Acre Homestead. I will link the recipe to that in the description below, and I hope that you give it a try, and I hope that you love it as much as we do. If you do try it, let us know what you think. This recipe is so simple. You mix up all the ingredients the night before, you let it sit overnight, marinate, do its little happy thing, break it down, whatever. And then the next morning, you can just pop it in the oven and you have amazing bread. And this bread has a very beautiful texture and a very subtle sour note to it, almost like sourdough, but without all the work. And if you are like me, you kill all your sourdough starters. I have yet to be successful making sourdough, but then again, I gave up trying. So this is a fun recipe. We really enjoy it. And we are making a quadruple batch to keep in this freezer. We'll eat one, and then the other three will get frozen so that my daughter has plenty of bread on hand when she goes back to school. She teaches enrichment classes for homeschoolers, and she has about 80 students a year throughout, like, all year round, and keeps her super busy. So if we can do any bulk baking for the freezer for breakfast and lunches, that really helps save time and energy. So our goal is to hopefully get up to like maybe 12 loaves in the freezer, and then by the time those run out, make some more. But it's just a super simple recipe, I will tell you. And it is hands down the best bread you've ever had. At least I think it is. I might be biased, but it definitely is good. And you may have noticed on my bucket it says French flour. And I would like to explain to you a little bit about French flour. We have discovered that French flour is different than US flour in that it is unbleached, unbromated, and is a lower gluten content. It's a finer texture. It's just gives I can't even describe it. The flour is just so much different, softer, flakier, more tender. It's just different. It's amazing. And it is, because it's a lower gluten content, there are people like me who are sensitive to gluten that actually can tolerate this. And like I can work with this and it doesn't give me a rash on my hands. I don't have any symptoms from having the gluten. So I do it as an occasional treat. I still try to stay 100% gluten-free. However, it isn't, I will occasionally have some as like a treat. Yes. We get this flour from a local bakery by my parents' house. It's a French bakery that does classes, and they have like a little shop where you, like, when you walk in the front door, there's like freezers, kind of like at a grocery store. And you can pick out, like, they have frozen baguettes, frozen dough, they have croissants, they have butter, different French treats, things that like pate or desserts or soups or just different amazing French cuisine that you can purchase they make there in their little cafe. And then you can walk around to the side where the cafe is, and you can order different pastries or desserts or bread and drinks and whatever. And then they also have a kitchen where they do classes. They'll teach lots of classes. So they have different kinds of seasonal classes. They were recently doing some classes on Indian cuisine, which I thought was pretty exciting. I've never taken any of their classes because we live 2 hours away, but it is fun to go in there and shop, and then you can buy things like they have their bread pans that you can buy. They have all the different ingredients that you would use, and then you can buy them in bulk. So we buy our flour there in bulk, and I think we paid, if I remember right, I think I paid $60 or $62 maybe for 50 pounds last fall, and that lasted us about a year. We're almost out, so we'll be making another trip in a couple weeks to get some more. And I compared that to As Your Standard, that buying their bulk flour, and it was actually a little bit cheaper to go with the French bakery than it was to get it through them at the time. I haven't compared prices right now, so I don't know if it's still that way, but which actually that did surprise me, because usually As Your Standard is much cheaper. So I don't know if the French bakery gave me a discount because I bought 50 pounds or yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it was kind of funny to see the look on their faces when I asked for 50 pounds. I mean, they sell it in that increment, so I don't know why they looked at me funny, but maybe most people don't do that. I figure if I'm going to drive 2 hours, I'm going to get enough. Anyway, we are super excited about this bread, and I hope that you try it. I hope you enjoy it as much as we do, and I look forward to seeing you again. Have a great day.
And then I just do the other ones. Maybe I didn't divide it evenly. It feels a little bit bigger.
Maybe it rose more while you were...
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like it shrinks down a little bit when you do this step. So.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
That's how it is. And the Dutch ovens are cool. I just wipe them out with a towel and stick them back in the cabinet. You don't even have to wash them.
Those are beautiful. 4 loaves. 3 will go in the freezer.